Hey, fancy meeting you here. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my humble abode, my cave, my fur cave. What's going on, guys? You ready for this attempt number 2 of the CRS-19 launch to the International Space Station? Let's kick things off. Tell me where you're from. I'm coming from Central Ohio, home of the German Shepherds. We got Ohio, first state I see. Ohio, all right. Cute dogs, thank you. Oregon, Poland. Oh, and don't forget to tell me what you're snacking on as well. That's probably even more important. You guys are going too fast. Slow down. I'm a slow reader. Belgium, Texas. Love me some Texas. Oklahoma, Tornado Valley, Naples, Norway, Mexico, Wakanda. Okay. All right. That made my day. Thank you so much for that. I hear it's lovely this time of year. Now that the aliens aren't invading. Cool. Awesome. We're from all over per usual. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And it looks like we got some new membership. Thank you so much to Stumps. Stump is back. Stumpy001 and Don Laurie. Thank you guys so much for becoming eccentric members here on YouTube. And I think I missed somebody yesterday. So thank you. I think his name was Patrick Bateman, maybe, so thank you, Patrick, from yesterday as well. That's awesome. I'll talk more about that a little bit later, but again, thank you guys for tuning in. San Francisco, Jamaica. I still didn't see any snack food yet. I didn't see any like waffles or Pop-Tarts or Hot Pockets. Come on, what are you guys snacking on? Popcorn? Come on. I live vicariously through you guys because I'm too lazy to go to the grocery store. Okay. Sweet. All right, so yeah, let's talk about really quick today's launch. And before I do that, I will just say to Patreon members, I'm on Discord. I'll be checking your comments under the Patreon discussion channel on Discord. So head over there, Patreon members, so I can see what you guys are talking about. If you're a YouTube member, I will just take a look, or I'll just be on the lookout for your single bars, which I believe is Lieutenant JG or Second Lieutenant. It's been a long time. 10 years since I've been out of the military. That's crazy. Almost 10 years. Corn dogs. Dog nuts? Donuts? Coffee. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. Never. Not once. And I think it's because my dad drank it black like a fiend when I was growing up. So I blame it on him. Louis Longbeard. Or is it Louis Longbeard? Love it. Thank you so much. How's it hanging? It's hanging. That's the important thing. It's hanging. All right. It's not that cold yet. Bob. Metropolis. Illinois, plural. Illinois. Peanut butter cups. Delish. Peanut butter and chocolate is like whoever invented peanut butter and chocolate together. It might have been Jesus. I'm not sure. Excellent decision. ETA on lunch, well, it's 12:03 here in Eastern time, so it's lunchtime. So if you're not snacking, you better be eating a sandwich or something. All right, so let's talk about what's going on today for this launch. So yeah, it was delayed from yesterday, if you're not caught up, and that was because the upper level winds were too gusty and the seas were too rough for landing a booster on a drone ship. Warhawk me. I can't read today. I drank enough coffee for both of us. Okay. Thank you for watching my back there. Let me transition to my screen. I should relabel these things because it's just so hard. It's so hard. I'm not a fast reader. Okay. So again, it was delayed from yesterday. We're attempt number 2. Looks like the weather's holding out. SpaceX is tweeting that we're looking pretty good. If you go to SpaceX's webpage at spacex.com/webcast, you go to the mission overview, the synopsis, if you will, and it gives you all that you need to know, okay? And including the video that you should click on. And this will take you right there, and that's what we're going to keep our eyes on. Give it a like. And they also have this, is this the same thing? Oh, I think it is the same thing. Dang it. Let me go to their YouTube page really quick. They have this new thing as well. Thank you for your service. No, thank you for that $5. You're so nice. AA11. If you go to CRS-19 Mission Control Audio, this is the this is a new thing, it's kind of new, second time they've been using this. And I have yet to actually listen in on this because we do these live videos. So if I can remember during the countdown, I'll try to switch over to this video briefly so we can kind of check that out. Anyway, back to the homepage. Go to Press Kit because this gives you everything you need to know. And I will read this here right now. It's kind of outdated because this was for tomorrow, but it still kind of applies for us. Let's just skip to the good stuff. Okay, so this Dragon spacecraft, Cargo Dragon, is resupplying the space station. This is its third mission, and what's so special about this capsule is that it was the very first capsule to be reused. So that's exciting. It served on missions CRS-4 and 11, and now it's going to do 19. And then following the stage separation, this new booster, I believe it's a new booster, will land on, of course I still love you, the drone ship that is steering itself autonomously, which means without human intervention. 5,700 pounds of supplies and payloads will go to the space station on this vehicle. And it will directly support more than 250 science and research investigations that will occur on board the orbiting laboratory, which is a space station. Okay, I think that does about it. Okay, so let's just go down to the timeline really quick. Of course, we'll have liftoff at about 12:30 Eastern time. And then get to the landing. 7 minutes and 48 seconds later, the first stage will land. And then a few minutes after that, Dragon will separate from the second stage and deploy the solar arrays, and that's when we'll call it a day. Capiche? All right, back to my face. Transition. Okay, I got questions about the YouTube channel membership, so I guess I will recap from yesterday for those of you that didn't tune in because it was canceled, scrubbed. So yeah, over the last few weeks, I finally got permission from YouTube to have a membership thing, so I decided to start that, and we only have one tier for $4.99 a month. You can become an eccentric member and get access to everything $5 Patreon members get access to. I literally just transfer over the videos from Patreon, all the ones I've already done, to the YouTube membership, and I'll show you that here as soon as I have it pulled up because I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I didn't do my homework this time. How do I get to that monetization? There we go. Memberships. Nope, that's not how you do it. My channel, community, that's how it works. Okay, let me show you this right quick. Back to this. So this is the membership. If you hit the join button, which should be below the video you're currently watching, if you're watching on your phone, I can't help you. I don't know if that works or not. But as you can see, I already put a lot of videos up of all the ones I've done since I've started Patreon. And you can go watch those. It should be about a few days worth of content if you're interested in watching all of it. And yesterday I posted the No Time to Die trailer reaction because I'm a huge Bond fan, as we all should be. Yes, go James Bond. So yeah, you can check that out if you want. $4.99 a month. Oh, the one thing you get if you are a YouTube member instead of a Patreon member, this is the only difference, is that on YouTube, during these live streams, you get emojis to share. Fun. Cool. All right. Let me set this up. Let me get YouTube pull up so I can keep an eye on that. Everybody keep an eye on SpaceX's Twitter feed so we can make sure this thing doesn't get pushed again. And we're just sitting here waiting. 9 minutes ago, they tweeted that T-minus 30 minutes until Falcon 9 launch of Dragon. Weather is over 90% favorable. Oh, we're a go. I'm calling it right now. I'm not a betting man, but if I had any money, I would bet on SpaceX today. Okay. Oh, I did have mission control audio already pulled up. That's silly me. Okay. What's up, Nigeria? I got to scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anybody here. I think we're good. Cord Long. Hey you. Hey. Ooh, we got a new member. Nick Holderfield. Come on down. Welcome to the Space Eccentric membership program. SpaceX started their stream. Let me pull this up in the bottom hand corner here for you guys. Transition, nailed it. Thank you so much for the Hey You, Cord, and Nick for joining the ranks. Lieutenant. Yep, SpaceX Live. We're keeping an eye on it. Once they start, I'll turn the volume up a little bit. Decibel check. Decibel check. Low decibel, high decibel. Low, high, low, high. Yeah, I bet you're surprised I don't drink coffee because I have a lot of energy right now. I'm pretty excited. I'm so excited for this launch, man. I think it's because like we just haven't had enough of them lately. MAG Air, Mag Air. Thank you for the membership, brah. That's very sweet of you, brah. I love you long time, brah. Cord long again. Fist bump. Nice chicken. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. How many of you are there right now? All right. Broke that 1,100 mark. And during the middle of a work day. How many of you guys are at work right now just like in the corner of your cubicle with your phone out, looking out over your shoulder for your boss to come around? That's what I'm doing. Carrie somewhere around here. Just kidding. She's working too. TBNTX. Timx. Timx. Thanks, Timx. Thanks for joining the ranks, Timx. You won't regret it, but if you do regret the membership, you can cancel probably at any time. I don't know. I've never tried it before. Sitting in your dorm room. Get to class, you lazy. Go learn something. Just kidding. This is way more important. On lunch break. Okay. Mansfield, Ohio's in the house. I want to scroll back up to your guys' snack food. I haven't eaten yet today, which is surprising because I'm always eating. Yeah, how many of you guys are in the... No one's on Patreon yet, or I'm sorry, on Discord yet, I don't think. No Patreon members are in the house. I'm keeping an eye out for those of you that are members too. Mag Air, you're welcome. Oh, TBNX Timmix. I'll be canceling Patreon. Okay, that's cool, man. Hey, you're a member now. You can do what you want. Pizza. UK. Oh, UK. Did you guys from the UK watch the new Bond trailer yet? You should. Go London. What's up from SpaceX HQ? Jay Perez is claiming to be in SpaceX HQ. If that is true, good job, Perez. You keep doing you, bro. And if you're not really from SpaceX, well, you keep doing you anyway, guy. Arizona's in the house. Cord Long he loves those chicken emojis. I feel like I'm like an ESPN reporter. And Cord Long is back in the chat. He's doing some bicep curls with his pear chicken. Is that a pear or I don't understand what's going on here. Deutschland is in the house. Oh, Skyfall last night. Was that the first time you watched Skyfall last night? Oh, I love that movie. I think I know I like Casino Royale better than Skyfall, but Skyfall's such a great movie. I'm hoping this last Daniel Craig one beats them both. That would be awesome. Be a nice way to go. How is, of course, I Still Love You doing? No, it's just floating out there in the Atlantic, doing just fine. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be launching. Who knows? Curtis Rudduck, $3, and he's got a chicken pear with a thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Who for the next James Bond? Actually, this is one of my first YouTube videos where I did kind of like a little short skit. And I said, Daniel Craig for life, but if they had to replace somebody, they just shouldn't. They should stop the whole Bond series because Daniel Craig is that good. I don't know. I think now that I'm on the spot, like always, I have these brain farts. Cord Long's back. I'm thinking the guy who played Superman, Henry Cavill. I think he'd be a good James Bond. Also, Idris Elba would be a good pick. I like Idris Elba, but I don't know. Oh, SpaceX is starting. I don't know. I'm not confident they can ever replace Daniel Craig, to be honest. And I said that about Pierce Brosnan as well, and then Daniel Craig came along. But I'm pretty set on Daniel Craig. He is the man. So I'll give the next Bond a chance, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I wish he would just never retire ever. I wish he'd be like 100 years old one day with a walking cart or in a wheelchair or something to be like, I'm Bond, James Bond, and then like poop his diapers. That'd be cool. All right, let's turn the volume up.
After 12:14 p.m. Eastern Time on December 5th, and you're looking at a live view of Cape Canaveral Space Launch Complex 40, where a Falcon 9 is about to launch a Dragon spacecraft. Liftoff is targeted for 12:29 p.m. Eastern Time or 5:29 p.m. Coordinated Universal Time. I'm Alex Siegel, a Dragon material planner here at SpaceX. It is great to be here with you to cover the 19th Commercial Resupply mission to the International Space Station for NASA. Today's launch window is instantaneous, as is the case with all cargo resupply missions to station. We are at T-minus 13 minutes and 53 seconds and counting, with all systems currently go before our Cape Canaveral and at SpaceX Mission Control in Hawthorne, California. So let's take a closer look at today's Falcon 9 and Dragon
It's a beautiful day.
Today we will be delivering more than 5,700 pounds of cargo to the ISS, including critical materials to support numerous science and research investigations that will occur on board the orbiting laboratory.
All right, we just read this stuff, so I'm going to turn that down while I talk some more, because I like talking. So TBNTX is TB in Texas. TBNTX. All right, I got you, bro. And Nick Holderfield is from Gadsden, Alabama. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Not Daniel Cavill. Isn't it Henry Cavill?
Love you for use on future missions.
Michael Short.
Which has a
Thank you,
single
bud.
Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine, which ignites after the first stage separates. The second stage is what will carry
All right,
Dragon to
you know
its
what?
intended orbit.
I got this. I'm going to take over this guy's job. This is my SpaceX interview right here. This is a Falcon 9 rocket. On top stands a crewed, I already messed up, Cargo Dragon. Stop talking, you. Cargo Dragon capsule. Okay, below that is called the trunk. It deploys the solar arrays, and it also carries experiments. Okay, and then below that is the second stage. This thing helps push it into orbit and further up into orbit. This is the inner stage. It's black because it's protected from heat stuff, fire. They zoomed out. They're setting me up for failure. I'll get back to that in a second. Ron Barrett, welcome to the family, brah. First stage booster with the nice decals on it. All right, this pushes it up into space. Then it comes back down and lands on a big ship in the middle of the ocean. It's basically black magic, all right? That shouldn't happen, but they managed to pull it off almost every single time. The first stage is powered by 9 Merlin engines, which produce a lot of thrust. How much? I don't know the numbers because I'm not good with math, okay? I know there's 9 though. I know that many. I can count that high. These little things are called grid fins. Dang it, they switched on me again. Those grid fins help it steer, okay, through the atmosphere. Again, magic. They're made of titanium, which is pretty sweet. They're like the size of a small smart car, okay? They're pretty big. Okay, what else should I say? Oh, these are the landing legs. They fold downwards when it's about to land on a ship or a landing pad, but this time it's going to be a ship. This smoke here, the Falcon 9 rocket is a smoker. It's not good for its health, but it does. Actually, it's really good for its health. If it didn't smoke like this, the thing would basically combust, okay? It's venting because when they load fuel onto the rocket, it's really, really cold, and it boils off after it's in the rocket because it's no longer refrigerated as well. And if they don't let that gas escape, then it pops, just like that. You'll hear that sound. All right, let's listen to this guy now. He's not as good as me.
To station, and we're under contract with NASA for a total of 26 cargo resupply missions. This morning, Dragon will be carrying dozens of research payloads to the space station.
Ooh, Lima's in the house. What's up, Lima?
Hyperspectral imager suite, or Hisui, and a replacement battery for the space.
It's Lima, not Lima. Lima, Ohio.
Hisui will be removed from the trunk and deployed on the Japan experiment.
Yes, Tim Dodd is greater than me. I agree with that statement.
Earth to observe environmental changes for scientific purposes. Let's take a look at some of the groundbreaking research that will be aboard the CRS-19 mission.
SpaceX's 19th Commercial Resupply Services mission to the International Space Station is loaded with a variety of investigations sponsored by the U.S. National Lab. This mission includes investigations from life, physical, and material sciences, all with the intention of benefiting life on Earth. Let's get an idea about some of the investigations that are launching on SpaceX CRS-19.
You hear that, people that said we shouldn't waste money on space stuff? This has been benefiting people benefiting life on Earth.
To evaluate the germination and gene expression of barley in space.
Barley.
This will
Awesome.
mark Budweiser's fourth payload launching the station and builds on the company's previous experience.
Beer in space.
This latest investigation will examine the
I feel like this is
barley
just an
process
excuse to
of
drink in
microgravity
space, but
and
maybe it's
results
just
could
me.
have implications in food production, both on Earth and in space. Rodent research investigations in microgravity have provided a critical tool for evaluating accelerated muscle wasting and bone loss. Insight from these space-based inquiries has led to breakthroughs in drug development for patients on Earth, as well as new ways to enhance astronaut health in space. Now, the Jackson Laboratory will be sending 40 mighty mice to the space station.
Mighty
These
mice.
genetically enhanced mice lack myostatin, a growth factor that normally acts to limit muscle growth, resulting in mice that display
They're gonna be
increased
buff.
muscle mass.
Buff
The research team will
buff
evaluate
mice.
the mighty mice in microgravity to examine the potential benefits of targeting the myostatin and activin signaling pathways to prevent skeletal muscle and bone loss. The National Science Foundation is funding an experiment from Case Western Reserve University that seeks to study flame spread in confined spaces.
That's cool.
By doing studies in microgravity, where buoyancy is eliminated, researchers can better understand the physics of flame spread.
All you have to do is watch Gravity, and then you'll know all about
and
it.
improve fire safety codes to help prevent injury, save lives, and reduce property loss from fire. In 2019, more payloads launched the ISS National Lab than ever before, and crew members dedicated more time towards ISS National Lab research than any year previous, showcasing the increased demand to leverage this unique facility for valuable R&D.
That's cool, guy. Thanks for sharing. Yes, Ron Barrett, your knee is made of titanium. Don't tell SpaceX that. They might try to take it from you. Expensive stuff. Chris Kibb, thank you. Here's to us crapping our diapers when we're 100 years old, okay? Yes. Things we get to look forward to. You don't even have to make that walk to the bathroom anymore. Yeah. Oh, so the one thing I was going to say after watching that is something that blew my mind a few months ago when I was watching a space documentary was how, when you see astronauts floating around in space in their EVA suits, it's crazy to think about, they're actually floating inside those suits. So this doesn't feel like you're wearing clothes like here on Earth. You're actually that would be such a weird feeling knowing that you're inside the suit, but you're kind of floating in it. That'd be weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I think too much about these things.
Thrust to safely propel Dragon away from Falcon 9, and the event abort is required. Successful completion of that test was a key milestone for both the SpaceX and NASA teams, as it demonstrated the upgrades to the Super Draco system in response to the test anomaly we experienced earlier this year. The team is now performing minor refurbishment to that capsule to prepare for the actual in-flight abort test targeted for February of 2020.
February now.
Following a
Holy
successful
cow.
test, we'll move forward with launching humans, slated also for the first quarter of next year. Now, bringing it back to today's launch, we're sitting about...
No. That's some pretty big news that I want to talk about today. So TBNTX was asking, isn't the next crew capsule flight supposed to be the manned one? Technically, no. It's supposed to be the in-flight abort test he was just talking about, which we were kind of told. We were actually told by SpaceX higher up. I can't remember which one exactly, a vice president of something, that it was supposed to launch and by the end of the year. This was a couple months ago, so things obviously changed pretty quick. But now it's scheduled for February. I don't know if I can wait that long. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to parachute things. So they're still pushing for the first quarter for that Demo 2 flight, though. Interesting. Might have to put that on tomorrow's SpaceX in the News episode.
Filling off into gaseous oxygen. As of right now, we're sitting completely full of fuel on the first and second stage and continuing to top off liquid oxygen on both stages. This is going to lead us up to these final few fueling moments, up to T-minus 1 minute, where Falcon 9 is going to take over the countdown process and enter into the startup mode,
which will guide the rocket through the rest of the countdown. Listen in at T-minus 45 seconds where you're going to hear the SpaceX launch director give us the final go for launch. And finally, a few seconds before ignition, before liftoff, the engines will ignite.
We know this. Ruben's back. What's up, Cloud Liquor? Yeah, old school. What's up, buddy? Everybody. Thanks, buddy. And back to this guy.
F9's ascent. We're taking Dragon today. It's also performing its final health checkouts. Its earlier transition to internal power went smoothly, and so it is all ready to go for today's flight to the space station. Range remains go for today's launch. No tracking, no issues. Weather also looking beautiful at Cape Canaveral. And so at about T-minus 4 minutes right now, we're actually going to go silent on our side at the webcast here and let you enjoy these final few moments.
Have we seen this guy before? I can't make up my mind if he looks familiar or not. All right, let's check out this mission control audio thing. Let's see if we can hear it. All right, last time I tried this, I got this response as well, and it was nothing. A little bit of a ringing. What's going on? Did they ever say anything? Ever? They're pretty silent on these mission control audio channels, eh? What a tease. I'm going to leave that volume up. Just maybe we'll hear it, because we'll definitely hear it on this one. Don't need this no mo. Quiet down, my son. He's probably barking at the garbage man. It's garbage pickup day today. Mag Air, any bulletproof glass on board? Dude, that'd be sweet, shooting guns in space. Well, if there is bulletproof glass on board, hopefully it's better than the SpaceX bulletproof glass or shatter-resistant glass that they got. Or Tesla, sorry. How many of you like that Tesla Cybertruck? How you guys feel about that thing? I would definitely get one. For a truck, for an electric Tesla truck, it's not that expensive at all. Still too expensive for me. Stupid thing. But I would probably get one. I heard like Lewis from Lab Padre pre-ordered one, but it's not going to arrive at his house for like 3 years. That's a long time to wait. You could probably have like a whole nother separate car in the meantime. I've had my car for about a decade. I need to get a new one. Yeah, it looks like a warthog almost from Halo. That's why I like it so much. Monty, after Mars, where next for Starship? Europa's a good call. That might be my first. I'm a big fan of Saturn. I mean, it's probably the next logical choice. Our options are kind of limited. Love your channel, buddy. I love you, Step Vast. I love you. And your euros. Or is that pounds? I always get the two mixed up. 1 minute. It's such a beautiful day. How's the weather where you guys are from? We've had nice weather here in Ohio the last couple days, and I loved it. I'm one of those guys that if it's overcast for too long, I start to get depressed about it. I know that's like a real like clinical thing, but when it's sunny outside, I'm just, maybe that's why I'm in such a great mood today. I was just, before this video started, I was outside in the backyard throwing the frisbee and the ball with my, I can't say that too loud or they'll get all mad at me. The frisbee and that ball with my dogs. It was such a great time. It's not even that cold out. I'm still wearing my flip-flops, of course, rocking the basketball shorts. But yeah, even when I play like open world video games, and it's like they have that weather cycling. When it's a nice day out in the video games, I feel good. If it's raining in the video game, though, I feel depressed. Here we go, guys. Come on.
4.
We need this to work.
9, 2, 8, 1,
Oh,
0.
that's my bad.
Ignition. 5. Liftoff. 4, 3, 2.
The mission control audio is about 5 seconds in front of this one. That's interesting.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Vehicles pitching downrange.
Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Watching from your front yard, that's awesome, man. It looks like it's like a cloudless day in Florida today. That's great. Come on, cameraman. Come on, cameraman. All right, there we go. Backup cameraman. Good job, backup
T plus
cameraman.
40 seconds into today's flight. All systems looking nominal for today's mission. Dragon on its way to the International Space Station for its 19th Commercial Resupply Services mission.
Zykery, what's up, dude?
Vehicles supersonic.
Coming up
Okay,
in about 20
I'll check that out,
seconds, we
brother.
have Max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure, one
Vehicles
of the highest
supersonic.
stress states on the vehicle. Just heard the
Vehicle
call
has
out of
reached maximum
Max Q
aerodynamic
supersonic.
pressure. Vehicle has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Zykery, getting some great shots there in the Cape. Is that the media people that you got a picture of?
Recovery AOS.
So I have both the videos going right now, the mission control audio and the video we're watching. So let me stop this one really quick because we're getting kind of a 5-second delay with it.
Good. Trajectory looks good. Coming up, we are going to have 4
I don't know why they have that. It's
rapid
basically the same
succession.
thing.
It's going to be main engine cutoff, or MECO, followed by stage separation, then second engine.
This is
start
live.
1. That's the engine on our second stage, followed by the start of the boost back burn of our first stage.
So as the atmosphere thins, I almost said, what's the opposite of thickens? I guess it'd be thins. As the atmosphere thins with altitude, the plume from the rocket spreads out because molecules, those gas molecules don't like each other. That's the science. So when I would teach the states of matter, the different states of matter, I'd make my students stand up and be the particles, the molecules. And I'd be like, all right, you guys are a solid, so just shiver in place. And I'd be like, all right, you're a liquid, so be like a hippie. I'd be like, you're a gas, run around the room until you run into a wall or something. They loved it. High schoolers didn't really care for it. Yay!
And we just had
Okay.
a good main engine cutoff, a good stage separation. On the right side of your screen, you're seeing ignition of the second stage engine. It has about a 6-minute burn ahead. And then on the left side of your screen, that is a forward-looking view from our first stage, where the boost back burn has also started successfully. It's going to shut down here in just a few seconds.
Okay, so now that we're out of the atmosphere, I can talk about this because some of those people like Carrie's this way. They get really paranoid if, like, for some reason, people like Carrie get upset when I talk about plane crashes or, you know, whatever. Whenever we're on a plane, like, oh, I hope we land this nice and we don't crash.
The Dragon being deployed means we've left a majority of Earth's atmosphere as we power second stage powers Dragon to the International Space Station right now.
Okay. So, yeah, some people are just paranoid about talking about those things. So now that we're out of the atmosphere for the most part, how bad would it be if the rocket blew up on ascent or on the launch pad? Think about how bad that would be for SpaceX. They'd have to set back the whole Demo 2 flight because there'd be a booster anomaly they'd have to investigate. That would take probably another 6 months to a year. Oh, gross, disgusting. How dare you even think of that,
To
Kevin?
make its way back to our
Give me your hate mail.
Of course, I still love you. The first stage executes a series of 3 burns. The first is a boost back burn, which is meant to slow the rocket down and orient it for re-entry. It also helps Falcon 9 laterally return to the drone ship. Shortly after this first burn is initiated, the grid fins, which you saw earlier on the left side of your screen, they're located near the top of the first stage, are deployed to help guide the rocket during descent. Following the boost back burn, Falcon 9 executes its re-entry burn to slow itself down before hitting the dense part of the Earth's atmosphere. Lastly is the landing burn, which happens just before touchdown to take
How's
the
that
booster
volume?
softly down to the
Stage
drone
2
ship.
continues on nominal trajectory.
We are at T
Turn the
plus
decibels up.
5 minutes, and the second stage is on its way to drop off Dragon into its targeted orbit. As a reminder, the first stage had an on-time launch today at 12:29 p.m. Eastern Time, just a few minutes ago, and a nominal ascent. As I mentioned earlier, you see those grid fins deployed on the left side of your screen.
Thanks,
You
Mardo
see the
Spy.
first stage
Appreciate it.
start angling back towards the Earth's atmosphere as it's going to get ready for that entry burn, which is our next main event to look out for.
Mag Air, yes, the capsule, the Crew Dragon capsule did burn up, but they built a new one and it's good to go. So it's on its way for an in-flight abort test in February, apparently. Lab Padre, keep rocking, bro. What's up, Lab? I was talking about you earlier with your Cybertruck. So now on the left-hand side of your screen, we got the first stage booster looking downward from those awesome titanium grid fins that are about the size of a clown car.
Stage 2 continues on nominal trajectory.
It's going to fall into the Atlantic and then land on a drone ship.
Stage 2 is still on nominal ascent, taking Dragon to station.
And on the right side of your screen is a picture of the second stage engine. The speed in the lower left-hand corner is for that second stage on the right-hand side of your screen.
So you see on the left side of your screen, entry burn has begun. This should last just under 10 seconds, and we expect to see it shut down shortly.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
So the entry burn is so they don't go too fast in the atmosphere and rip the booster apart.
In just under a minute or so is the landing burn to begin.
So Rocket Lab is going to do the same kind of technique that you're seeing right now, but the actual recovery is going to be different, and that it's going to be caught. The booster is going to be caught by a helicopter, which will be awesome to watch if they can get that on camera. I got you, Zykery. We're good, brah. I'll check that out.
Just about 30 seconds or so away for that landing burn to kick in. Let's keep watch.
Drone ship has AOS.
Oh no. So in the drone with the drone ship landings in the Atlantic, obviously the feed is kind of spotty, the connection. Last time we got a really good
our feed on the left side of the screen of the first stage coming down.
We got a really good view of the landing on the drone ships. Hopefully we can watch it again.
We did get confirmation that landing burn has begun. Hopefully
already? That was quick.
Back up to see a landing.
That was quick. Come on, baby. Let's see it. Come on, baby. This is why we're all here. Show it. Show it now. Yes! Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. Oh, what a tease.
Unfortunately, it looks like we have lost our feed for the booster landing. Oh,
there you go.
You hear the crowd behind me? Another successful landing.
There you go, booster landing deniers. It's there.
Successful land. This marks our 20th
that feed is fake.
first stage recovery. This secondary mission is an important part of our commitment to vehicle reusability.
I don't think I've seen that guy before either. Maybe I just have a bad memory. Well, I know I have a bad memory, but these guys don't look familiar to me.
5 or 10 seconds here, we're going to have the engine shut down. Merlin vacuum engine right now throttling down in preparation for shutdown. We're standing by.
Do that shutdown.
Shut
Do
down
it.
the second stage engine, and then we'll have Dragon deployment about a minute after that.
Shut down.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
And we have shutdown and confirmation of a good orbit. Second
Quite the
stage
delay.
has one last major task, and that's commanding separation of Dragon less than a minute from now. We should have some video.
Is that a silk
of the
shirt?
separation from
That looks like
Dragon
a
from the
silk
top of
shirt.
Second stage.
Dragon separation.
It'll give us a really
conforms
nice
to
view
his
of Dragon's
body.
unpressurized cargo trunk, and we'll be able to follow the spacecraft separation for about a minute after separation. There's that
We're
camera
gonna
view on
watch
your screen
this.
right now.
Why do they always lose feed just before landing?
Standing by right now for Dragon
It's a lot of
deployment, and
heat,
your
a lot of
confirmation of
turbulence.
that.
I would say both of those reasons why,
So,
and the fact
at
that
this
it's
stage
out in the middle of the ocean.
mission, So far, we're just coasting. Vehicle itself is doing some checkouts in preparation to gently separate Dragon from second stage. After that point in time, there you go. There's your live view of separation of Dragon. Carrying the Hisui,
exterior
spectral
payloads.
imager suite that's going to attach to the Japanese module, and then the station battery right next to it. Kind of on the top
That's
and
sweet.
bottom there, the flat sections, those are the solar array fairings which protected our solar arrays.
Deploy
for
them now
ascent.
so we can see it.
We're now standing by for about 2 minutes from now where those solar array fairings will
2 minutes is gonna be out of
release
view.
and allow the solar arrays themselves to unfold.
They should do it right now. That would be awesome. And yeah, I don't know. In 2 minutes, it's going to be kind of far away. And they'll probably switch the camera view anyway. Alrighty then. He does look kind of like Jim Carrey. He needs to be wearing like a tutu and a Hawaiian shirt. Get that big boy haircut.
Dragon does need these solar rays in order to finish its 3-day mission. We have some onboard batteries. We use the solar rays to keep those batteries charged from the times when we're not in the sun. It allows us to keep the vehicle powered.
So when they land the booster on the drone ship, it's because they have to push the payload, the second stage, further up into orbit, I guess you could say. When they landed on the Cape, on the landing pad, the booster has the opportunity to make a complete boost back burn and land it back to where it came from.
We are showing you a live map of the position of the vehicle. We don't always have the high data rate in order to transmit video from the second stage or from Dragon. And so instead we have,
right, Rick? I know it.
Animations to show you what you're looking at. Now, second stage itself is doing some slight pitching, and that's why you're seeing it look like Dragon is oriented different in that view from the forward end.
Check out that ice. Oh, there it is. Yes.
And on the left side of your screen, that's
frozen
an
oxygen
inside view of the Dragon solar ray fairings. That's the back side of one of the solar rays. And on the right side, again, there's your ground track trajectory, where the vehicle is.
That's the solar array right there. Watch that thing extend like an accordion. It's pretty fun.
After solar ray separation, solar ray deployment, about 2 hours after, we have our GNC bay door open. That's where our navigation sensors will be exposed to space, and they allow us to really understand our position relative to space, to Earth, and relative to the space station, and how we get from point A to point B.
There
you have it on the left side of the screen. There's the solar ray deployment.
Those deploy pretty quick, man. You would think they'd go a lot slower.
Looks beautiful to see. Always a beautiful sight.
That's like Kerbal Space Program speed right there. Dragon has wings.
Dragon's propulsion system is successfully primed, and all thrusters ready for firing.
I'm not teaching. No, I'm not teaching anymore. Last year was my last year.
Dragon is now on its way to the space station. Over the next 2 days, Dragon will perform a series of orbital height adjust maneuvers with its Draco engines until it's within a few kilometers of the ISS. Then Dragon will establish a communications link with the ISS and will perform a series of checks on the vehicle. When both NASA and SpaceX are ready, we'll initiate a slow approach to the ISS, pausing at several checkpoints along the way to ensure crew safety. When Dragon is within 10 meters of the station...
Yeah, so the booster landed successfully. The second stage, they don't recover that. It'll do a retro burn and burn up in the atmosphere and land in the drink, what's left of it. And he just said in 2 days, this thing will, I think, arrive at this. He said over the next 2 days, it's going to do a series of checks and tests. I know yesterday they were planning on the capsule arriving at the space station on Saturday, but since they delayed it a day, I had assumed it'd be on Sunday now, unless they're going to make up that time somehow. I don't know. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that.
Station will be streamed live.
There's a bird.
December 8th, around 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time on NASA.
I'm just kidding.
TV.
That wasn't a bird.
Dragon
That was
will spend
UFO.
about 4 weeks attached to the space station before returning to Earth with cargo and research.
That's going to end our live launch coverage for today, but we'll be posting mission updates on NASA and SpaceX's social media.
You do that, Ace Ventura. Cool. All right, back to me. No, back to me. Back to me. There we go. So how you guys feeling? Sad that we didn't get to watch the actual landing, but that's kind of a normal thing. It's very surprising and rare for us to actually get to watch a drone ship landing happen on camera. Just because, yeah, you got the turbulence that cuts the reception with the GPS, and it's a big mess. Landings are a lot more reliable. Still, it was fun. I hope you guys had a great time with me. I know I did. Yeah, dude, for real, when I saw that frozen ice flicker past the camera there a second ago, the first thing I had was, oh, look, a bird. Wait, there's not a bird in space. We're in space. But I had to capitalize on that. Yep, just frozen ice or a UFO. Well, when's our next launch? I think it's still, let me check this out really quick. I think our next launch is still in December. Stand by. I will look. NASA's, or was it Space Flight Now? Space Flight Now. Launch schedule. Dope. Our next SpaceX launch is, Electron is scheduled for tomorrow. That will be a Patreon and eccentric membership here on YouTube thing. Okay, I'll cover that live as well, as long as it's not at ridiculous hours. And it is. Holy cow. It's like 2:56 in the morning Eastern time. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to drink some coffee for my first time ever. Here we go. December 15th, Falcon 9. Yeah, that's right. We have the JC Sat launch. So we might have some fairing recovery for that one. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So we'll definitely do a live show for that one. That's scheduled for, oh, cool. It's an evening launch, about 7:30-ish p.m. Eastern time. That's sweet. Dude, I can't believe they're waiting until February for this in-flight abort test, man. What the hey? I can't wait that long. I'm an impatient person. Come on now. Yeah, sure, Zachary. I'll do that for you. Let me pull up my Twitter really quick. Dope. Come on, Twitter. There we go. So this is what Zachary just sent me. And he said his dad took pictures of these. Oh, that's cool, man. Man, that's pretty. I know he has a zoom lens, but that's still pretty close. Oh, I need to see it. I've never seen a launch. Can you believe that crap? I went to Boca Chica to hopefully see a Starhopper one, but then they delayed it as I was boarding my flight. So I need to see a launch. So I want to go see the in-flight abort, and I also want to go see the demo too. I think that would be a great opportunity to see my first launches. That's cool, man. That's from his office window. Dude, I'm so jelly right now. I mean, I even work from home, and I'm jealous that your dad gets to work at such a cool location. That's cool, man. It should have been like take your kid to work day. Then you could have went to and watched it with him. It's like coworkers could be like, "Why is your son here, Frank?" Oh, yeah, it's take your son to work day. No, it's not. Well, I say it is. Jalen Duncan, like Dunkin' Donuts. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the love. Your son and you are gonna watch the next SpaceX launch. That's great, dude. Do you think, Marto Spy, do you think we will get better feed on landing and so on than the SpaceX internet is fully? Oh yeah, Starlink. I believe so. It definitely won't hurt, and you know they're gonna use Starlink for this kind of stuff, right? So for sure, I think it will be a lot better. But again, the main cutout is just because of the air turbulence. So you got a stronger signal. I mean, it stands more of a chance. That's the science I think that lies behind that argument. Am I out of focus? Am I out of focus? Am I out of focus? I can't be out of focus. My face is so focusable. I can't be out of focus. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for tuning in and watching this fun event with me. I really do appreciate it. I get lonely sometimes, and you guys you remind me that I'm not alone. Even my dogs abandoned me. Yep, they abandoned me. Some loyal German shepherds they are. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening for SpaceX in the News episode 68. Yeah, it's exciting. You guys have a great rest of your work week. It's almost Friday, and then a nice weekend. Fun. Take care, guys. Godspeed.